It is Wednesday, new comic book day, and I come to show off again. Yeah. This is not CGI. Not in the budget for all that. I picked up all these books. There's about, I don't know, 8 pounds worth of books there. Because that's how we measure books now, right? Poundage? Well, let's just get down to it, right? These are the books that I picked up on New Comic Book Day. And I'm here to remind you what y'all need to do. Pick these books up. Batman, Superman, this is the first annual. Definitely going to read it. You know, I didn't think I'd be on this series as long as I have been, but Joshua Williamson has surprised me. And I love anything that Mxyzptlk and Batmite are involved in. And on account of it being a Mxyzptlk and Batmite, should be good, right? Oh yeah, Batman, Joker War Zone. Little one shot here. Big first appearances popping off on this. We got like Eenie and Meanie or some shit like that. I don't know what their names are. But the Clown Prince's right hand henchmen, right hand clowns. Then I got like Poison Ivy taking over as the Queen of Gotham. I know that there's some folks already raising Cain about all that. But, yeah, I'm going to read it. I'm a big Poison Ivy fan. I don't care what the fuck you do with her. And then I also picked up the variant as well. A little Derek Chew action. Boom. Part 2. Part 2 of the 3 Jokers. You know, I obviously got a variant on that one. Is it the B cover, the C cover? I don't fucking know. I don't know what any of it's going to mean. I don't know if it's going to mean anything at all. I mean, it's a Black Label book, so it's not really supposed to be in continuity, but from the Metalverse, the Dark Knight's death metal, Multiverse's End. You know, I'm the thing that attracted me to this book more than anything was just the name Captain Carrot. It's been a long time since anyone's heard from Captain Carrot, at least to my recollection. Anything that I read, I'm pumped. I'm pumped for this. Probably out of all the one-shots in the death metal universe, it's probably the one that I'm most enticed by. I'm a huge fan of all the Perpetua stuff, actually. You know, I thought it was going to be kind of a weak storyline, a weak character, but as it turns out, DC's really playing into this character, and Perpetua's heavily involved in this. I'll be reading it. One more annual, the Justice League Annual number 2. You know, believe it or not, this is only the second Justice League annual there is. And I don't just mean in this run. I mean, I don't think they've ever done an annual before this first one they did. No, second one. As far as what goes on in here, I'm really not sure. But I'll be reading it. It doesn't look like this one's tying into the Dark Knight's death metal, though. We'll see. I could be wrong. And last from DC, Legion of Superheroes number 9. You know, I'm not reading this series at all, and every week I intend to drop it, but every week they give me more and more reasons to keep it, whether it be first appearances or whatever it may be. For this one, it's the cover. You got all the like mock covers of some of the more famous Legion of Superheroes. Computo? Yeah, I'm into it, man. I'm into the cover, at least. Like I said, I'm not reading the story. You know, I'm going to come out and say it. Since Bendis went over to DC, he went from being my favorite writer to, well, just don't give a shit. So, from the indies. Sea of Stars is back. This is the second issue of the second arc, Sea of Stars number 7. Yeah, man. It's Jason Aaron and Dennis Hopeless. And I mean, just don't sleep on this book. I will say that I'm probably going to have to go through and read the last issue of the first arc again. If I'm lost on this one. I was kind of lost on issue 6, I'm not going to lie. Just because there was such a huge hiatus, but what are you going to do? Some horror action from Cullen Bunn. Rogue Planet. Rogue Planet number 5 now from Oni Press. There we go. This is something that I'm collecting issue by issue. I'm going to read it in a story arc type of manner. From Upshot, John Michael Straczynski is back with Mike Diodoto to do the Resistance. I read the first issue and was blown away. It came out, I mean, I think it was, fuck, it came out right around the pandemic. It just felt so real. And then I decided, I gotta binge this. This is binge worthy. And that's where I'm at on this. What is this? The 5th issue? Is that what I said? Nope, 6 of 6. There we go. Now bingeable. Spawn. 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 Now, Brian, why did you pick up so many of the same book? Well, first off, I hadn't seen these versions of Spawn before. We got all new types of Spawn stuff happening. There's Gunslinger Spawn, as you all saw. If you remember the last issue of Spawn that came out, that B cover, everybody and their mother wanted it. This time, I suffer from FOMO. No big deal. But this time, we've got like Ninja Spawn. Is Ninja Spawn a thing? This is the incentive variant. Is it 1 in 10 or 1 in 15? I don't know. But pick that up just because, damn. McFarlane art, baby. The color version. And yeah, I picked up 3 of the A cover as well. To me, Spawn is always a healthy investment. It's the staple indie character, if you ask me, and if you're somebody that's patient, let's put it that way, these Spawn books can really blow the hell up. You never know. Alienated number 6. This wraps up a story arc that I'll be catching up on. Fortunately, I had to pick up the second print to number 1 because I missed it. Didn't pre-order it like a dummy. But got the rest of the arc here all ready to go now. The Goon is back. The Goon's back with Eric Powell back on it. And yeah. Possibly my most anticipated indie book this week. I don't know, it's a great week for indie books. Like this one. Yep, James Tynion IV. This just, man, issue 1 of Department in Truth. I can't wait to read this book. I love conspiracy talk. I do. Am I a conspiracy theory dude myself? I mean, not really, but I love the idea of a conspiracy. So in a comic involving the government, I'm into it. Always my most anticipated book. Doesn't matter what's out there, that's gonna be Chew. So, yeah, I guess that's why I was a little hesitant. I was like, is it though? If Chew didn't come out this week, probably, but, I mean, the Gun might have been my most anticipated, but Chew. I mean, how much more could I hype this up? It's my favorite thing ever in comics is Chew. The Boys, Dear Becky. I started watching The Boys again, and then it made me realize, oh, that's who the fuck they mean by Becky. Because I'm a fucking idiot. So, I'm going to be all over this series now. What is this? Issue 5? Yeah, issue 5. So, yep. I can't wait to dive into this one. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a miniseries. Because why not? Oh, Batvark. It's, yeah. I did 3,300. Oh, these are actually marked? That's crazy. Batvark penis. Enough said. Yes, homaging the famous Bat Dick. Nailbiter returns, more Joshua Williamson goodness that I'm just gonna have to go through. I mean, it's in the pile. It's buried deep, but that's only because I have to read Nailbiter. Sean Mullen from The Wolf and Me convinced me on this series, so yeah, I trust the dude's taste because he writes a badass fucking comic. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 54. Do you believe there's some first appearances in here, maybe? I don't know. But it's very possible. And I think this is the second to last issue before they end it and go to the Mighty Morphin series and then the Power Rangers series. So instead of Go-Go Power Rangers and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, it's going to be Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers, 2 separate series. You got that? Philadelphia. Now, if you're not reading or collecting this story, I urge you to get on it. It's one of the few vampire stories out there that I find to be intriguing. Rodney Barnes is an absolute monster of a writer, and Jason Sean Alexander. As far as an artist goes, duh. But Rodney Barnes, don't sleep on him because he's a big-time movie executive producer dude. And he took his ideas and signed an exclusive deal with HBO. So one would imagine something like this that's very developable will be developed in HBO in no time. So go through, find all of the issues of Philadelphia, because I have a feeling this is going to be one of them late bloomers as far as popularity goes. And if you listen to the critics out there that have read this, there's nothing bad to say about it. And that's how I'm going to wrap up the indies. I know I got a lot of books this week, guys. From Marvel, we've got Avengers number 36. Boom. Age of Khonshu Part 4. Second to last issue in this story arc. I love me some Moon Knight. A little bit of Black Panther going on in there on the cover. It's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. Avengers, best team book out there. Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four number 24. Right on. Yeah, I'm back on Fantastic Four. I fell off, but just like that, I'm back, and I knew I would be. Giant Size X-Men. That's the Tradmore cover. And I dig this so much, man. I haven't really been into facsimiles a whole lot until recently, but I have become a massive Tradmore fan. So he's one of those artists I just collect now, and it just so happens that it's on a badass type of book. And in this tribute facsimile type of situation, it's not a real facsimile, it's actually a tribute book. Every single page is reinterpreted by different artists, and I dig it, man. I think it's a cool concept. Got some first appearance in, what is this? Immortal Hulk Threshing? Yep, Threshing Place. Yeah, I'll read it. I don't know what it's gonna mean, but yeah, there's a first appearance in it, so flippers get happy, I guess. And it's Jeff Lemire and Mike Del Mundo, so everything about it just kind of sells itself. Stoked. Marvel Zombies number 2. I dig it, man. I was a big fan of the first issue. Kind of slow start, but it ramped up real nice. And a Lee and Yuck cover you can never go wrong with. Look at that. Zombie Nightcrawler. The Savage Avengers number 13 now. 12 now. 12. Fuck yeah. Right? Savage Avengers? Dig it. Number 1, Shang-Chi. I think this is a first team appearance that pops off in here. I don't know, but I'm not gonna read it. I'm not gonna read it unless I hear amazing reviews about it. I have no interest in Shang-Chi. I don't give 2 shits about a Shang-Chi movie beyond the stuff that it's gonna roll out in the rest of the Marvel universe, which I'm caring less and less about now every day. So that's how I stand on that. Strange Academy taking its sweet time so it could put out as many reprints as possible. Strange Academy number 3. Dormammu back in this shit. Dormammu, heir to the dark dimension, is what it says on the cover. Underrated. Well, no. It was originally underrated. And then after, shops started opening up again, all of a sudden this book blew up. So for like 6 weeks after it came out, it's like nobody read it, and then one guy picked it up and tweeted about it, and now everybody's all on it. I don't know, I tweeted about it, but... And the last book that I picked up on my pull list this Wednesday was... What was it? X Factor, number 4. Part 2 of the X of Swords 22-part crossover story. But in Hickman we have faith, right? I don't know. I will be reading all 22 issues of even the X stories that I'm not currently caught up on and reading, but whatever. whatever. I gotta know. I gotta know what's happening. So that's my list, guys. That's my pull list. Hopefully there was something in here that intrigued you that you didn't know about before, maybe? I don't know. Fact is, this is what I talk about on the podcast that I put out weekly, 3 times a week. 3 times a week. So check out the podcast, subscribe on Patreon, patreon.com/cheers to comics, leave 5-star reviews once you listen to the podcast, subscribe and like to the channel, and I'll see you next Wednesday, new comic book day. Cheers, fuckers.